Hello, this is Frida. Welcome to my channel. I hope everyone's doing well. Well, today is another podcast for the month of November 2024. Yeah, time just flies by, and then you end up with finished items. Okay. Yeah. I just posted a video about the review about this yarn that I purchased from hobbyem.com from Turkey. The yarn was called Barbie Gazal. I hate this yarn, but look at the end result, so that's another thing. And I washed it. It took a while to dry, 2 days to dry. Even I put it in the dryer, it did not dry totally, so I had to lay it flat to have it dry. It did shrink, yeah. I wish I didn't do these cables, because when I noticed on the video, it's sliding towards my left or right, I can't remember, but it's not going straight down. And after washing, I did put it in the washer machine, and I noticed there are so many loose stitches. I know it's really hard to see it on the video, but yeah, there are too many loose stitches, so I have to pick them up. They're not moving, thank God, because they're stuck. The yarn is unique, expensive, $8 for USA dollar for a 50 gram of yarn. I think it's expensive. Yeah, I believe, because I don't know. The only reason I purchased it because it said acrylic on the label, 90% acrylic. And it doesn't feel like acrylic. Viscose. The only reason I purchased, because on the label it said 90% viscose. And the touch to my skin, like I can wear it and it's not irritating me at all. It's very comfortable. I'm gonna keep on wearing. If I like it, maybe I'll purchase different colors. I don't know, but yeah, so far I really like it. It's just it was really hard to knit, but when you wash it, it just turns out fantastic. If I knit it, I know that I'm gonna be buying less than 9 balls of this yarn, because I bought total of 12 and I have 3 left. So I don't know, maybe I'll do a tutorial. I'll make a cowl with a little bit longer. I have so many in my head. I have to start at one of them to do a tutorial. At least I can finish it when I do the tutorial. That's another thing. Yeah, so this I bought it, I believe August. It arrived, and as soon as it arrived, I cast it on and I started knitting it. At the beginning, I had trouble casting on because it's top down, like it's a raglan sweater that I have. It's a tunique. It's not even a sweater. It's a tunique because it's unique. Yeah, it's pretty long. And it was longer, but when I washed it, it did shrink. At the beginning, when I started, I had problems. Like it was stretching. But I noticed when you wash it, it shrinks. So that was telling me, but I didn't, first time using this yarn, I had no clue. So, yeah, I'm a plus size between 2 extra large to 3 extra, let's say 3 extra large. And I used up 9 balls, but it is pretty, and the sleeves were huge. Like when I was knitting it, it did shrink. And on the video, I said that I'm going to frog it. Thank God I didn't touch it, and I wore it. And it's an average sleeve, as you can see. Like when I was when I finished it, before I washed it, the sleeve was up to here. It was that long, and it was so skinny when it came out of the dryer. I just said, "Oh my goodness, what is this?" But it just fits me perfect as the way I want it. So I really like the end result. That's all I'm going to say. So I don't want to recommend anybody because it's a difficult yarn to deal with. Okay, let's go carry on with my finished items. I did these tutorials on how to crochet the V stitch poncho. So here is one. I did the ta-ta video, I believe, and it's finished. So I used up lots of yarn. I believe at least five, and I do still have 3 more left. So I'll just knit scarves for donation. So it is pretty long, and this is for sale on my Etsy shop. So I need to fold it and put it aside until it's sold. Yeah. Okay, and here's another one. I did the moss stitch, linen stitch, moss stitch poncho, and it turned out fantastic. On this one I only had 4 or 5 balls, I believe. 5 skeins of Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn, and this turned out pretty good, and I ended up adding different yarns to lengthen the poncho, and I just really like the colorway. I used brown, I used green, you can see the green, I used brown, I used this burgundy, and I used orange color, but you can't even see that orange. I used a huge ball actually to but it's really hard to see due to the variegation of this yarn. So this one is finished. I have the tutorial for this one, and I have the tutorial for the edging. This was a different edging that I did, and it turned out pretty good. Yeah, I really like the end result. So this one's on for sale. This one fits me, so it is pretty large, big enough to fit a plus size. And here's the last one. I did the tutorial. I call this the ocean wave stitch. And I bought the yarn from Temu, and it was 3 balls that arrived. The yarn was gorgeous, but it was so thin. It was super thin. So I said, I can't make anything with it. It's like lace, like doing doilies. Like, you know, when you do doilies, when you crochet curtain. I thought maybe I can crochet a curtain, but it had wool in it. So what I did is I added another same weight regular merino wool. I had a cone, and I did 3 strand of the ball, and then I added that. So 4 strand. I knitted up, and what happened was I was up down here, and I wanted to give the darkness of the ocean. So I had this beautiful merino wool sock yarn that I bought from Ice Yarn, and I had 2 skeins, so 200 gram, and I added that with the merino wool, and this is how it turned out. It turned out one of a kind, and I just love the colorway. And I did the collar with the picot. I have all these tutorials on my YouTube channel, so go and check it. It's a perfect. You can wear it as a v-neck like this, and then you can wear this as a crew neck as well. So these are for the month of November. I have the tutorials. Go and check it out. So here is another finished item. 3, 4 finished item. Big item. Well, these are big. Yeah. And I all did these while I was knitting this because I got so bored. Oh my goodness, I was so bored. It's like, it's unbelievable. I was so bored, and I kept on doing other items. I put it aside, and at the hospital, we were waiting for my husband. We took my husband to the hospital, and we waited there for 12 hours. I knitted, I believe, 8 hours nonstop. I finished one of the sleeves. And I was knitting the body, and I started the sleeve there, and I finished it. And I went to take the car to the dealer. Well, not a dealer. It's a shop that I take. They're very nice people here in Edmonton. And I waited there for 2 days for the car to be fixed. I didn't take a shuttle or, go back to home. So I sat down and knit there. And that's what I've been knitting this at the waiting rooms. While I was talking to you, I noticed that the sleeves are getting shorter, so that's something. I don't know, it's shrinking. I'm happy that I made them long. I still have extra balls, so I'll keep it just in case. You never know what will happen. So, yeah, a lot of talk about this sweater. I made it up. It's just a makeup, as I do most of my designs. I just sit down and make up stuff. And I received this custom order, and I'm knitting again raglan. It's really hard to see because it's black, but here we go. You can see it better. So it's going to be a medium size for men sweater, and in the front there's going to be letters, and I totally forgot because I'm knitting around. I can't knit the letters while I'm knitting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew it, do embroidery, or what's called double-sided knitting. I think that's what's called. I was searching if anyone did, duplicate stitch knitting. Yeah, never did that. I always knit while I was knitting my garments. So this morning I woke up at 6. I went to bed at 2. Was it 3? I can't remember. I slept so little. So it's early in the morning. I used to study when I was a student, and yeah. So what I did is, that's when my brain works. So I made this chart. Oh, I think it's showing the opposite. So it says free jazz. The jazz looks different. It looks like an L from the other one, but it's free jazz. That's what I'm gonna write down on the front. So it's gonna be like here, in gray color. I even have the yarn. I'm happy that I bought these from Michael's. They don't have these anymore. Caron. It's called Caron Cotton Cake, and it's beautiful yarn. So sometimes it's nice to have yarn in your stash. Like when you need to start a project, you have the color, you have the yarn, so you start. Otherwise, if I have to order the yarn, it will take me 2 months, minimum 2 months to arrive here. So I don't know if it's a good thing to be a yarn hoarder. That's another story. But other than that, it's, yeah. So I started. This is my second day, actually. I started knitting the letter, and then when I came back, to grab the gray color, the yarn was at the other side. Like I need to knit them back and forth, so that's how you knit designs letters, right, with different yarn. But yeah, when you're doing a round, you leave it there, and when you come to the second row, the yarn is at the other side. So I said to myself, oh, I totally forgot about that. Because I've been knitting raglans for years now. Yeah. So I did a tutorial. I believe this was last month, or was it the month before? So it's a beautiful stitch. I did just extra row of the 3 double crochet. So I finished the scarf. So this is going to go for donation. I'll put this in the donation box, so that's one. And I had this yarn in my stash. It's Red Heart, I believe. Bernat, was it? Red Heart? Yeah, one of those brand yarns. So I finished this scarf. They're pretty long. On this one, I used it on the new mushroom house, the 32 stitches, and it's still wide enough, to knit a scarf. And then just love the designs that it comes out. Yeah. So I used 1 skein of that. On that one I used 2 skein. So this is number 2, and I have this is number 3. I was knitting beer mitts and mittens, and this was a leftover yarn, so I used it up, and whatever was, I didn't like this yarn much, but it's so soft. Like, you can't knit, well, you can knit a sweater with this yarn. It is so soft, but I would prefer donating it, so that's what I did. Yeah. And I knit it with 2 strands, so it gave me the nice length. And this is with the 48. As you can see, it's wide enough, so nice and cozy. So this is 3. And then I kept on knitting. 4, and then 5, and then the 5th one. I finished the skein of yarn that I had. Yeah, so I was with my mom last week, and she wears this hat a lot, I noticed. And I said, let me look at that hat. And I said, it's crocheted, handmade. She bought it when she was in Turkey. They were traveling somewhere, and it was cold, and her head was so cold. So she purchased a hat at the bus station, Greyhound bus stations. In Turkey, it's totally different. They sell food there. They sell everything for tourism, souvenirs they sell. So she bought a hat, and I looked at the hat. It's velvet. And I said, oh my goodness, I have so much velvet in my stash. Like, I bought so much velvet. I'm planning to knit a sweater for myself, top down, and I think I have 600 grams of yarn. So when I'm comparing this to that, maybe I can knit a regular sweater, not this huge, like not this long, but yeah, so I'm planning to, and it's purple. I think it was purple. No, it's blue, actually, blue. It's petrol blue, the color of the petrol blue. So yeah, so I am making hats. I used to make hats 2013, 14, 15. I used to sell them when we lived in Penticton, BC for 3 years. We lived there, and I was selling like crazy. So what I did is I do have several bucket hats. I do have bucket hats in my tutorials, but this is a different one. So I made it up. Well, this one I used 2 strand, but I looked at my mom. The lady whoever crocheted the hat, you only use 1 strand. And then I gave this to my mom, and she said, this is too heavy. For her, it's too heavy comparing to her light hat. I said, well, does this keep you warm? And she says, yeah, it keeps me warm. Just make it in 1 strand. So that's what I'm trying to create. So this tutorial is coming up. And let me just put it on so you can see. So this is how my mom wears it. But her hat is sewn. So I'm not going to sew mine. So you can wear it like this, or you can wear it like this. See? You can wear it like this. So my mom, hers is curled and it's sewn, so it can be worn like this. So this tutorial is coming up soon, and I'm just trying to figure out, because she said it's too heavy for me, comparing the one that she's wearing. So that's what I did. I started, and I'm knitting with my new Tunisian crochet hooks that I received yesterday. I was so happy they arrived, and I'm going to show you soon. Antoinette. Hi, Antoinette, if you're watching. I will tag you. I don't know. She's the lady who purchased these from AliExpress. Okay, at AliExpress, I think they were $78 or $72. I can't remember the exact change. I said to myself, well, when I order from AliExpress, they weren't charging for shipping fee, but the price was pretty high. So I said, Timu, they were super fast. I said, let me check Timu, which I did, and boom, they had the same crochet hook. It's really beautiful. It's like steel, nickel. I think that's what it is. I didn't even put the wire, but it's pretty long. Yeah, just want to show you. So this is my tulip, which I love. I have to get used to this because this one doesn't have the silicone handle, right? So I just need to get used to the handle because this one doesn't have a handle. This one has a silicone, but it's really nice and comfortable to work with. So I'll just show you the set. It came in a nice bag. Could have been better, but so I'm just doing half double crochets, and it slides nice and easy. It's nickel, I believe. Yeah, I have knitting needles, circular knitting needles in interchangeable in my I think that in my cart. I think that's about $57 Canadian. So I'm waiting. I hope it's not sold out. So I'm waiting for that. I'm not going to buy it right away. Here it is. It has all the sets. I believe it starts with a 3. Yeah, it starts with a 3. And it goes all the way to number 10. It's cold. When it came, it was just white. Yesterday, still cold, yeah. So I haven't tried with the other needles, but they look nice. I haven't put the wire. That's another thing. So here's the bag that it arrived. It had a mark there, right there, you can see. So for this price, I think it's pretty good because I don't see any of these. Because I think this is a stopper. I haven't put the wires on. So let's try and see. I'm planning to make baby blankets because I used to have this long Tunisian crochet hook. I sold all of them. Yeah. Don't sell everything. And then I regret it after selling it. I said, what did I do? Because I was, doing hats and stuff. And they don't sell those Tunisian crochet hooks. The 2-edge was a crochet hook. So I used to I never did the tutorial. That's another thing. I should have done a tutorial. I totally forgot. And I sold them at markets, farmer's market. Okay, it's always hard to put these back in the bag, right? The wires are nice and purple. Let's see. Just wanted to see if it goes in nicely. So far, the products that I bought from Temu, I have no problem at all. So just wanted to see. So you attach the wire. Oh, it's having a hard time turning. Let's do it one more time. Oh, I did review. Some of them weren't turning. Yeah, this one's not turning. Let me see if I can grease it maybe. I had it's over there, a lubricant. Maybe if I put a drop of lubricant, maybe it will slide. It's not going through. It's stuck there. Maybe I can use the needle. Has the these bags are so hard to open. Okay, let me grab another one I had here. Maybe it needs that needle to have it go through. Disappointed. Didn't try this yesterday. Where did I put my... Here it is. Yeah. Okay, so what you do is hopefully this would work. Oh, it's turning, but it's tight. Yeah. Oh, it did work. Okay. I just needed to give a little bit. Here it is. See? It's locked. Yeah, I just need to put the other side and then you do your Tunisian. You know what? I can do those at. What I do is I just need to add another one to the other side, and you go back and forth, back and forth. I'll do the tutorial for that, hopefully. So stay tuned for that. I have so many. I did get a comment from a subscriber asking me if I do any. I think it was one of my live streams that I was doing, that if I do Tunisian. I said, yes, I do have Tunisian tutorials, but like I said, I kept on forgetting to do tutorials. Like the hat tutorial was pretty nice, I could have done, and yeah, I totally forgot about that. Just came to my mind, I should do it. Yeah, so I'm happy with this buy, and stay tuned for more tutorials to come with. Just need to figure it out how I did that hat. Yeah, and I used roving wool, and it sold like as soon as I put it on the shelf at the Marcus Farmers Marketplace. I really missed that place because everyone knew me. 3 years we lived there, and people were giving me, they would come and buy at my house if they missed the market. Here in Edmonton, it's not like that. It's really hard to sell handmade items. Well, that's what I feel like. I remember we used to have Northtown Mall, and there was a craft market there that couple of ladies have a couple of tables. One lady was selling her blankets that she sewn by hand. One lady was selling everything. And I was selling my, I had slippers, sweaters that I had, and they would look at me like, not me, for everyone, that where did these people come from? Are they from out of space? Did you make this? Oh wow, this was way back in 1999, 2000 was the last time I said, I'm not gonna, it's not easy to sell your handmade items at marketplaces, craft markets, and it's very disappointing at the ends. And I was pregnant then to my second, and so I stopped going to the markets, and then we started back in 2013 to 2016 for 3 years non-stop, all summer and winter craft markets. In the Christmas, I went to everywhere that I can go, and I sold most of my handmade items. The only reason I was going to the markets, and the reason I opened my Etsy shop, was I got so many commission work at those Northgate, and then people wouldn't come to pick it up. They would pay half of the fee, or they would say I would come and pay it later, and that's what happened. So I ended up selling all those. It was a big relief, you carry on so many years. So it goes on and on. I think that's all I have for today, for this month of podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. Share it with your family and friends. And don't forget to hit that notification button, so every time I post a new video, you will be notified, indicating there's something for you to watch, for new, something that I just posted, like shorts, any videos. So I'll see you on 27th on December, which is just right after Boxing Day. You guys take care. Happy knitting, happy crocheting. Bye-bye.